Yo, what is up, you guys? My name is Marcellus, and today I'm gonna bring you day 2 of the 12 days of anime. Now, I didn't participate in the first day because I kind of forgot about it. But this is my 3rd year doing 12 days of anime, and from what I have on my hands, you probably know what this series is going to be. Hajime no Ippo. Now, this day and this event is going to be taking place in Hajime no Ippo Rising. Now, I probably will have other Hajime no Ippo moments, but from different series. So, Hajime no Ippo Rising happens after New Challenger. Definitely go watch it. But the events leading up to the fight of Ippo Makunouchi versus Sawamura were kind of out of the ordinary for me. They were like kind of really big events. For one, Sawamura caught one of the most destructive moves in pro boxing, clumsy, the Dempsey roll. One of Ippo's signature move was on the verge of being defeated, and then this dude calls it clumsy. He says, "I suggest you not use it if you don't want clumsy things falling apart." So that was crazy. For him to call the most destructive, I'd say the most destructive move in pro boxing, clumsy, I was just like, okay, so what does he have up his sleeve? Then Ippo is told that he'd have to evolve the Dempsey roll. And after that, Vork comes back, not to help Ippo, but he eventually knocks Ippo out, knocks Ippo on his ass. That is the worst KO I've ever seen anybody take in Hajime no Ippo. The dude gets fucked up with his own momentum. Funny thing is, Vork pulled the punch. If he would have punched him with his full intensity, because the counter for the Dempsey roll just reverts all the energy that Ippo is giving back to Ippo with the person that's countering it. So if Vork hadn't pulled that punch, Ippo would have probably died. Yeah, he would have probably fucking died. Because Ippo woke up and this nigga Vork was on the airplane gone. So Ippo is told, basically, well, he's not told, but he kind of realizes that to evolve the Dempsey roll, he's putting his body at very, very high amounts of risk. And that the coach doesn't want to tell him this, but Ippo finds out for his own. And eventually we're told that Ippo can only do the Dempsey 2.0 twice before his body starts to tear apart, to deteriorate. So Ippo gets in the match. They're fighting head on, and Sawamura is not being serious because he wants the meat to tenderize and to be ready for him to eat. One thing I do want to say about Sawamura is that he is my favorite villain in Hajime no Ippo so far. I don't know if he'll be a villain because I'm reading the manga now, but he is my favorite bad guy so far because the dude stabbed his own father when he was little. His parents abandoned him. He only had one person. The one person he trusted basically wanted him to be defeated in the ring. He was going around getting into fist fights on the street with random people, and he's a pro boxer. He almost knocked Kumi out. This nigga man, Mashiba's a scary ass dude. For him to almost punch Kumi in the fucking face, knowing that he'd have to deal with Mashiba and Ippo, and he had no problem, no thoughts about it, he formed a fist and tried to hit her. Yo, dude was evil. So they get into the match. Sawamura's not being serious. He eventually gets serious, and Ippo tries the Dempsey roll, gets hit. We find out when Ippo eventually does the Dempsey roll 2.0 that he's been trying to do the Dempsey roll 2.0 this whole time. But Ippo gets up from the knockdown. Ippo does the Dempsey roll 2.0, and this is the craziest fucking moment in Hajime no Ippo for me. It was better than the original, Dempsey roll, debut, because the dude comes in, he's doing the Dempsey roll, and Sawamura goes in for a counter. He's going like this, and then Ippo, it has a little car sound stopping, and it shows all his muscles tight. They held back on animation. They did not hold back on animation that moment, because that's another thing about Rising. They did not hold back on animation at all. But that moment was just fucking crazy. It showed his muscles tightening. It had the OST, and then fucking Ippo comes through and bah, knocks the dude out. He gets back up. The fight keeps going. Eventually, Sawamura says, the same thing will not work on me twice. So he goes in, for a punch. Ippo stops with the Dempsey Roll 2.0. Sawamura stops. Sawamura leads in for the keep going. And no, wait. Yeah, Sawamura leads in to keep going. And then Ippo resumes. And then stops again. And then Sawamura leads in. Bitch, knocked out. Gone. Fight over. Another successful title defense for Ippo Makunouchi. The dude ends up having 3 broken ribs and one of his eyes sunken in. That is the most powerful move in pro, boxing, in my opinion. And Miyata's in shock. Date Eji is in shock. Everybody's in shock. And he kept using the move. So, of course, he's going to feel pain after the match. But, he tore some muscles. His muscles were inflamed or some shit like that. That's not the important part. The important part is the dude pulled off the most amazing move in boxing I have seen in anime that far. So, thank you guys for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Comment down below if you have seen Hajime no Ippo Rising or not. And I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully, for day 3 of the 12 Days Anime.